If you're a fan of bold and expressive art, come check out my Patreon. For just $1, you'll get exclusive access to artwork that I don't share anywhere else. Click the link in the video description to dive into my daring creations and unique artistic style. Nearly 300 pages of internal documents from the Atlanta Police Foundation, APF, the driving force behind the controversial Cop City Police Training Center, have been released following a landmark court ruling. This release comes over a year after the Atlanta Community Press Collective, ACPC, and Lucy Parsons Labs filed a lawsuit, alleging the APF violated Georgia's open records law. The lawsuit, potentially the first of its kind nationally, challenged the opacity surrounding private police foundations and their influence on public policy. A Fulton County Superior Court judge, in a bench trial, sided with the plaintiffs, ordering the APF to disclose relevant records, opening a crucial window into the foundation's operations. The ruling, hailed by advocates for transparency as a significant victory, sets a potential precedent for holding similar organizations accountable nationwide. Over 250 such private foundations support police departments across the U.S., often funding surveillance technologies without public oversight, raising concerns about accountability and democratic processes. While the judge's ruling mandates the release of records, it stops short of declaring all APF records public, leaving room for future legal challenges. The 287 pages released offer a glimpse into the APF's aggressive lobbying efforts to prevent a citizen referendum on Cop City's construction. Internal emails reveal the foundation's strategic communication with city officials, warning that a referendum would delay and potentially derail the project's financing, undermining the city council's authority and potentially causing the loss of credibility. These communications highlight a concerted effort to circumvent public input on a project that sparked massive public opposition and record-breaking attendance at city council meetings, including hours of testimony against the project. Despite the overwhelming public dissent, the city council approved funding for Cop City, prompting a grassroots campaign to secure enough signatures for a referendum. This endeavor faced significant hurdles, encountering a complete lack of established procedures for such a citizen-led initiative in Atlanta's history. Despite a coalition of law firms offering an ordinance to address this procedural gap, the Atlanta City Council ultimately rejected it behind closed doors, effectively blocking the referendum. The released documents also detail the APF's deployment of 40 officers and 8 security cameras to the 171-acre Cop City site in late 2023, suggesting a proactive measure to protect the facility from potential protests and vandalism. The $109 million project continues to face intense opposition from diverse groups citing concerns over police militarization and environmental destruction. The APF maintains that the training center is vital for attracting and training officers, providing world-class facilities. The released documents, however, present a different narrative, revealing a strategic campaign to circumvent public opinion and democratic processes. Intriguingly, the final 8 pages of the released document contain redacted emails, a clear violation of the court's order. The plaintiffs intend to file a motion to compel the release of these unredacted materials. Undeterred, ACPC, building upon this legal victory, has already submitted a new open records request, seeking minutes from APF board meetings dating back to 2005. Demonstrating a commitment to ongoing transparency efforts. This legal battle, focused on the Atlanta Police Foundation, has broader implications for police accountability and the role of private foundations in shaping public policy. The released documents provide compelling evidence of a behind-the-scenes campaign to influence the political process, raising questions about transparency and the influence of private interests in public decision-making. The ongoing legal fight promises further revelations, shedding light on the intersection of private funding, public policy, and the future of policing in the United States. The implications extend beyond Atlanta, impacting discussions nationwide concerning police accountability, transparency, and the role of private foundations in shaping public policy. The fight for transparency continues, and the story of Cop City, and the efforts to unveil its funding and influence, is far from over. This case sets a precedent, not only for Georgia, but potentially for cities across the nation, challenging the long-standing practice of shielding police foundations from public scrutiny. The ongoing battle for access to information underscores a critical tension between public accountability and the influence of private entities in public affairs. The struggle for transparency is ongoing, shaping the narrative around police accountability and the crucial role of citizen engagement in democratic governance. The repercussions of this legal victory will undoubtedly ripple through countless cities across the nation, prompting further investigation into the operations of similar police foundations and setting a powerful precedent for future transparency initiatives. This isn't just a local story, it's a national conversation on accountability, transparency, and the very nature of policing in America. The quest for complete transparency continues, with the possibility of further revelations in the coming months.